Hi, this is Chloe here at Inner Whispers. Today I'm going to do a video review of the Under the Roses Lenormand by Kendra Hurto and Katrina Hill. It comes in a very nice solid little plastic case. I like the wavy detail on the edges. And it comes also with some extra cards. There's one giving some details about the deck, mentioning the fact that Under the Roses comes from the phrase sub rosa, which in Roman times was used to indicate that something was confidential. It also has a few spreads on the other extra cards. For the most part, this is a very sweet, very nicely done, typical Lenormand deck. As you can see, there are the Lenormand numbers in one corner and the playing card associations in another corner, as well as keywords down at the bottom. And there's quite a variety of keywords here, following various different systems. So they follow both the Dutch system and the German system, for sure, and perhaps the Belgian system as well. I'm not so familiar with that one. So it's a very readable deck, as you can see, because there aren't big playing card inserts or anything. You still have a good space for the actual image, and so that is normally very clear. There are a few instances when that isn't the case, or is less so. For example, with the snake, the woman seems rather larger than the snake. The whips is a slightly unusual, rather saucy, but very fun take on it. The ring is a lot smaller than the rose, so that would be one of the only cards that I would find fault with in that sense. And it's interesting to me that here we have the key, but the door that it opens is equally important, if not more so. And I thought it interesting to note that the lilies, in this case, aren't white, which is very unusual. In most decks they are. Make of that what you will. As I say, overall the cards are very interesting, very pretty. I like the borders, and the backs all have this lovely rose image, and there's these detailed borders. The cardstock is very nice. It's easily shuffleable, it's firm without being too flimsy, it feels of good quality. As well as having some of these unusual cards, it's interesting that a lot of the cards do have roses in them, in a play on the name. So not just the bouquet, but as you saw, there were also roses in the child. And for example, here in the renamed book, it's renamed the journal. And we also notice the roses in her hat. This isn't the only renamed card either. We also have the grave instead of the coffin, the sickle instead of the scythe, the clock tower instead of the tower, and one which I think works very well is the locket instead of the heart, which does make it a much more appropriate card for the general idea of love without being too abstract, as often the heart is. This deck also has an interesting twist in that we not only have a man and woman, or gentleman and lady, we actually have two of them, which of course can be useful depending on the clients that you're reading for, or if there are a lot of people involved in a particular situation. Altogether, it's a very beautiful deck, which I would highly recommend. I should also mention that this deck comes with a little black velveteen bag, which is, as you can see, a good size for the cards and reasonably nice quality. I hope you found this review useful and that you'll come back again soon. In the meantime, please listen to your own inner whispers.